jelly.
What it do, pal? What brings y'all past here today?
This your scheduled week for us to do the lawn service.
I can go ahead and put them tools on the truck. Ain't nothing to do here today.
But we can go ahead and do some weeding and pruning in place of a lawn visit at no extra cost. But Mr. Jelly, it's a $25 service charge for us to come all the way over here and not to do anything.
Boy, you better get from around here with that. Talk about some $25 service charge. My phone got cut off this morning. I ain't been able to poop in 3 days, and my AC then went out. And you talking about some $25 service charge. I don't know what you would. Yeah, y'all can go ahead and pull some weeds.
Hello, it's Raglan, a Next Generation Landscaping. Do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, give it a big thumbs up, leave a comment. All feedback is good feedback in my opinion. How about the channel a little bit? Well, let's go ahead and get into it. It's raining out here in the DMV, so you know where there's rain, there's odds and ends that we gotta, loose ends that we gotta tie up. So I was coming out in the lawnmower shop, and I'm talking to the landscapers that are in there, getting what they need and stuff like that. And everybody's talking about the summer drought. How they're trying to get everything done, and they're trying to get as much done as possible before the summer drought hit, and this and that, where the grass is going to be burnt up, and and there's nothing that's going to need to be done, and customers are going to be calling in, and so they're trying to get everything and as much as they can done now before the summer drought hits. But as I was talking to them, I was like, it's always something to do at somebody's property. I mean, there's always, it's endless stuff to do at somebody's property. If you pull up to a property and this and that, and you see that, the grass doesn't need to be cut, do you just pull off? Or do you just find something to do that equals a visit? Now, a lot of people I talk to, they say, hey, we just pull up, we see it doesn't need cutting. We want to be the honest landscaper, and we're going to just move on. Nah, forget that. You're in business to make money. You're in business to grow your business. You're in business to keep your employees working, keep yourself working, put food on your family's table. I mean, this is what you're in business for. So if you see that the grass doesn't need to be cut, and you want to be the honest landscaper, what I do is I instantly get on the phone, or I'll shoot a text, email if need be, and I tell them, hey, I see that your grass is burnt up, but this is what we can do in place of a visit. There's some weeding over by the garage that needs to be done. We'll go ahead and clear that out for you in place of a visit. So if the customer is paying $85, for you to come cut the grass, or if they're paying, $65 or $70, for you to come cut the grass or something like that, hey, I see that stuff over by the garage, we'll go ahead and clear that out for you for a visit. Or, hey, I noticed that, you have tree limbs, coming over your, over top, of your house, and the limbs are going into your window. What we can do is we can snip a couple of those limbs off for you in place of a visit. Because it's always something to do, and it's keeping revenue coming through your business, instead of just looking at it, hey, it doesn't need to be cut, I'm gonna keep it moving. Now, granted, I understand, when the summertime get here, some people use that as a break. Some people use that, the slow time as, I'm a gear myself up for this fall rush. You know what I mean? Where though there's going to be, you know, seeding, aerating, there's going to be leaf cleanups and stuff like that. So some people do use that as, you know, hey, you know, whereas though I was doing 5 days, you know, 6 days a week, I'm gonna go ahead and do the 4 to 5 days and be happy, just get my rest before this, you know, rush hit. But in actuality, that's not, you know, keeping the revenue coming in. So if you making $10,000 a month, you want to keep your revenue at $10,000 a month. I mean, that's just, you know, my theory at it. You know, I don't want to, you know, make 10,000 one month. I don't want to make, you know, 8,000 the next month. You know, I don't want to make 10,000 this month and then turn around and make it 5,500 the next month. I want to keep my revenue at $10,000 a month on a constant basis or more. You know, you understand what I'm saying? So if it calls for me to, you know, reach out to a customer in advance and say, hey, you know, I understand the grass doesn't need to be cut, but we were scheduled to come on Friday, which today is Monday. We were scheduled to come Friday. Do you mind if we go ahead and snip those couple of limbs that are going into your window, and we'll do that in place of a grass visit? So you're not paying any, you know, no extra charge. You're not doing anything. Hey, I noticed the bushes that are on the side of the house, they're growing up, you know, growing up the house. Hey, we'll go ahead and trim that down in place of a visit. You know, I understand that the English ivy is growing up the wall, and I noticed, you know, you've been talking about, you know, clearing that off for a while, but you didn't know what to do and this and that. Okay, the grass is burnt up, so hey, we'll go ahead and cut some of that down in place of a grass visit. And if when we come back the following week and it still doesn't need cutting, we'll go ahead and continue to cut some of that stuff down just in place of a visit. You know, that way your company's not losing out on money and the customer thinks you're taking interest in them. You understand what I'm saying? So it's always something to do at a customer's property. That way you don't miss out on revenue and it keeps their property looking immaculate. Because let's just you know, look at it like this: when the summer drought hits and the grass is not growing, that's the time for you to relay to the customer, hey, you know, okay, this is the slow time. We can go ahead and do this, and this each week until the grass starts growing. That way, you know, you won't be paying no more. Your bill will stay the same. So if you're doing it for, you know, $85, you know, every 2 weeks, you know, $170, you know, a month, hey, we'll go ahead and do, you know, the weeding each time we come, just for, you know, a lawn visit. You know, so it's always something to do. But then you're going to have those customers that are going to be like, no, you know, it doesn't need to be cut. I don't want that stuff. You know, I don't want nothing else done. Just don't come, don't do nothing, just skip it. Okay, but you know, I understand, you know, you can't do nothing without the customer's consent, but you know, leave a comment below and give me your feedback on this. Is because, is that a customer that you want? You know, is that a customer that you want to build your business around, that will, you know, cut you off at a drop of a hat, you know, because the grass is not growing? You know, when they got bushes growing up the side of their house and they can't even get into their house, but they don't want you to snip some of that back just off of all for a lawn visit? Or is it to the point of are they looking at it as, hey, I'm saving money, you know, if they don't come? Because let's just keep it real and let's keep it honest. You know, do you want to build your business around that, knowing that, you know, for some of us, we work from March to December? You know, that's me. You know, I work mid-March to, you know, 2 weeks before Christmas, and you know, we shut it down, and then after the new year, until after the new year. And then once after the new year hit, if customers will, you know, call and say, hey, we need some odds and ends done, or we're going to check, you know, or if we get some snow, which we hadn't been getting no snow, you know, we'll go out and do some snow removal or something like that. You know, you only have X amount of months. You know, some people work from April to October. Some people, I know some landscapers that don't even mess with the leaves. You know, they just, you know, do the grass cutting and that's it. They don't want to mess with the, you know, the hassle of the leaves and stuff like that. You know, some of them go from April to, you know, November. You know, but so if you have that time frame, do you want to, you know, build your, you know, business around customers that will drop you off at a, you know, at the drop of a hat? Me personally, I do not. You know, I have, you know, pretty much a good rapport with, you know, all my customers, and I'll tell them, you know, hey, you know, I know it doesn't need to be cut, but hey, this is what we're, you know, we're going to do. And I do have a handful of customers that will call and say, hey, you know, I understand that the grass doesn't need to be cut, but I know you said you would do this, but I'm gonna hold off on that for right now. Just skip it, you know, this week, but still charge me for the visit. You know, but you know, and as a, you know, a landscaper, you appreciate that, so you don't mind going the extra mile for that, you know, for that customer. You know, if they're saying, hey, you know, don't do nothing but still charge me, hey, you know, that's a landscaper's dream. That's a landscaper's dream. But me, you know, with the handful I got that would say that, you know, what I will do is, you know, without, you know, me relaying it, hey, I will call them and I will be like, hey, you know, yeah, we came and cut the grass, but I saw X amount that needed to be done, so I went ahead and took care of that for you, and this and that, however it may be. So you know, it's like, you know, one hand, you know, washes the other. You know what I mean? So I was like, you know, I understand you paid for that visit, and we didn't do anything. You know what I mean? But you still pay, you know, your monthly, you know, invoice. So I saw that needed to be done, so I went ahead and took that, you know, took care of that for you. You know, no extra charge or anything like that. You know, and it's just, you know, building a good rapport, you know, with your client base. So if, you know, and it just didn't dawn on me, and it just didn't register that, you know, you can, you know, go to a property and just be like, hey, that need to be cut, and we're going to pull off. No, you know, you wasted gas to go there. You know what I mean? You got employees you got to pay, and you got, you know, you got so many expenses. You know, if you're going there, you need to be, you know, doing something instead of getting there and just not. You know, now if you get there and the customers say, hey, you know, I don't want anything done, you know, don't do anything, and this and that, however it may be, it should already be etched in stone that if we waste our time coming over here, it's a $25 service charge. You know what I mean? Just for, you know, gas purposes and, you know, other things that you may have to take care of. Because we could have scheduled somebody else in your slot, you know. Or I understand, you know, like I said before, I understand that, you know, you don't want to cut, but this is what we can do in place of a visit. So leave a comment below and let me know, how do you all handle that? Do you all, you know, just, you know, pull off and don't do anything? Or do you try to make up the calls, you know, and do something, you know, like I do, you know, because it's intriguing of how many people I've talked to that say they just, you know, pull off and they just don't do anything, you know. So I'm interested in hearing what you all have to say about that. Yeah, so that was my take on it. So if a customer says, hey, you know, this is, you know, da 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 da, and always, you know, throw something out there to them, you know, that way you can still keep revenue coming in, that way you can still keep your employees working, that way you can keep, you know, yourself working, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying all customers will go for it, but then again, do you really want to build your client base off of don't come, don't do nothing, and, you know, you're just without revenue from that person, you know, for you know, that visit or however it may be. And I understand money gets tight, money gets funny, everybody tries to save $1, everybody tries to cut a corner. I get it, you know what I mean? It's just what it is. But in actuality, this is our livelihood, this is, you know, this is what we do. So, you know, we got to make it when we can, you know. So this was just a quick vid. Leave a comment below. And I hope this was useful for you. Okay, so until the next time, this is Raglan coming from Next Generation Landscaping. Keep persevering by any means necessary. And until the next time, which there will be a next time. See ya.